Greetings. Welcome to another episode, ever so exciting, of Age of Empires Castle Siege Tutorials. I'm Dice Gods, and in this particular tutorial, what we are going to be doing is the Maslama Winrich hero combo, and this is probably one of the less common hero combos that you will see anyone use. I like this particular combo because generally speaking, everyone's familiar with the OP heroes such as Martel and Conrad and Joan and Edward are popular. Herman and Richard as well, usually used together. Winrich is a very effective hero. He's really good at taking down tower clusters. And Maslama, he's probably the most effective hero that you never use. His smokescreen ability is really good for protecting units from towers and wall units that and basically anything that's ranged. Ranged attackers would be like grenadiers, archers, towers, even mamluks, things of that nature, but especially towers. He's really good at allowing Winrich to approach those tower clusters and take them out. And I like to use this hero combo kind of like as a change of attack. This is like my third string, if you will, hero combo. And it's really difficult to get a 3-star win with this hero combo, but used properly, it's pretty easy to take out the keep, and more often than not you can get a 2-star victory. So it's pretty good to just get that third attack in after you've used like maybe your first 2 favorite hero combos. Anyway, I'll show you the army composition that I use. This is my typical Treb attack army for the most part. I use this with my Martel Nevsky combo and with this Winrich and Maslama combo. Basically, the only difference between this and my Martel attack would be I would use Mamluks as opposed to the Templar Knights. The reason I use Templar Knights is they're a lot tougher. And with this attack, generally speaking, you just want strong tanks, units that can take a lot of damage and keep that can draw fire away from your trebs, because you lose your trebs in this attack, and you're generally going to be in a lot of trouble. But anyway, as almost always, 6 grenadiers. The reason I use grenadiers, and I touched upon this in a previous video, is probably they are the best all-around unit. They're reasonably quick, they're quite powerful, they can attack anything. Walls, towers, wall troops. They're devastating against enemy units. They cause them to stutter step and slow down. In support of any other unit, they're just really effective. In fact, like a spearman and a grenadier are more effective than 3 spearmen when it comes to, like, say, dealing with cavalry. Behind, like, say, if you have a heavy infantry and a grenadier, they'll take down a tower. In fact, they both have the same preference for towers, which is nice, because a lot of times you don't even have to direct them to take out a tower. They'll just do it. So if you deploy some infantry and then deploy some grens behind them, they'll kind of just find their way to towers, and that's kind of nice. It saves you some micromanagement. A couple of Teutonic Knights, again, for that heavy-duty tanking unit. Emplacements need to be taken out and dealt with, so I always have 6 ladders. You never really want to go with more than that. I see a lot of people seem to think that they can have, like, 10, 12 of those guys, and I don't know, maybe they think they can win the battle that way, but that's pretty rare. And then I'll throw in a couple of raiders. I don't use raiders a lot. I prefer combat troops, generally speaking, but with this particular attack, it's nice to have somebody who can actually, while everybody's busy dueling it out, just go in there and just kind of do some looting. Sometimes that actually makes the difference between the 1 or the 2-star win. So anyway, let's just get to it, shall we? Let's see if we can get lucky and find a reasonably decent castle right off the bat. Oh, 2 crowns, yay. Yeah, we can do better than that, I think. 39. Okay, so one of the things I like to look for when I'm using this hero combo are clusters of towers, and this right here is that's a pretty tasty cluster right there. One thing I don't do a lot of, oh, look at this, guardhouse easily gotten to. Okay, this should be pretty good. Interesting. One of the things I usually don't like to do is attack the corner of a castle. I usually like to go along a long axis like that. This is kind of interesting though, because we want to be able, if we can take out those guardhouses pretty quickly, this will make our job a lot easier. Plus, yeah, that watch signal's way over there. In fact, let's take a look. Another thing you like to do is always find their embassy and see if they actually belong to an alliance, because that'll tell you whether or not there's any relief troops that are going to come. If that were gold without any sort of sigil, that would mean they don't belong to an alliance, and that means there will be no relief troops. Okay, so let's just do this. First thing we want to do is deploy some infantry to draw out these troops and to look for fire traps and to spring some caltrops perchance. Spearmen and a Chirosophon, excellent, dealing with enemy cavalry. And then throw a Gren in there, and that'll pretty much should take care of them. I like to take a ram, a couple rams actually, and run them along the wall to spring any engineer traps. And then you want to keep them out in front of your treb line. They'll draw fire. They can take a lot of damage, and you would far rather those that they get taken care of than the Alright, let's get our hero going here. So, let's try and do that. Oh! That was not good. Oh man, come on, what the hell are you doing? Our trebuchets have worked themselves into a very ridiculous situation over here. Kind of got caught in a maze of oh boy. up and salvage this 2-star win here. Should be pretty easy to do that. There's not much more we gotta get. One of the things we should have done was take advantage of the fact that that was out in the open like that. I kind of got too caught up in the rest of the battle. But as you can see, we got our 2-star win, which is, you know, that's basically what we were looking for. And that's probably about all we're gonna get here. But especially now that since they came out with the battle chests, you know, it's nice to just get that key. You know, you don't want to have to spend a lot of gold recovering your heroes, so this gives you another option. This Winrich Maslama. There you go. 26 crowns, not bad. Not much stone, but actually not very good loot all the way around. But hey, you know what? It's an attack. And it was a victory. And I'm telling you straight up, the worst victory is better than the best loss. The best defeat. So, there you go. Winrich Maslama. Give it a shot. And, you know, just something else you can add to your repertoire. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Dice Gods, signing out.